Welcome to the Wasteland, a place for gamers of all kinds. If you like this content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos.
Alright, I'm Jeff. We're playing a fairly high-powered EDH game. Not quite competitive, but we're going to throw some spice. I'm playing Kodama the East Tree and Toggo the Goblin Weaponsmith. My goal is to use Toggo Kodama triggers to make rocks, go infinite when I bounce land, or just anything that makes a token, and, kill everyone at once with some, spicy combos, or just make a bunch of creatures, or just bring something big out and start smashing face. Because that's actually my favorite way to win the game. So, Joe, tell us about your deck.
Alright, my deck is Marrow-Gnawer. The goal is to kill everyone with infinite rats and or with Thornbite Staff.
Alright, Mason.
So I'm playing Rionya Fire Dancer deck. It's just mono red spell slinging with a bunch of really cool ETB effects. And hopefully I can go infinite. If not, whatever.
How about you, Chris?
I am playing Aesi, Tyrant of Gyre Strait. The goal of this deck is to ramp out really fast, get a bunch of lands out, and just drop big creature after big creature. There's also some side landfall effects, so there's always that fun side.
Alright, well, let's get to slinging some cardboard and have a good time.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Alright, I'll be going first. I'm going to play a Rogue's Passage and pass.
Alright. Draw my card.
Pop.
Oh, right. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you forget.
I'll play my mountain,
Sometimes
and
you forget.
I'll pass the turn.
Alright. We'll draw. We will play a Rejuvenating Springs and pass the turn.
Alright, I'm going to draw as per the rules. And I'm just going to play this Myriad Landscape tapped and pass the turn.
You're taking pot shots at me. I get it. I see how it is. Well, I'm going to play a Snow-Covered Swamp. I will tap 2, and I will play a Rotting Rats, forcing everyone to discard a card.
I am
How
okay with
dare you?
I'm just saying, don't open doors you don't want me to walk through.
I will discard Shamanic Revelation.
Discard an Ardent Elementalist.
Discard a Snow-Covered Swamp.
I'm discarding Mina and Den the Wildborn.
Good.
Yeah. I'm making
And after
weird
that,
decisions.
I will pass.
Alright. We'll draw. I'll play my second mountain for turn.
Shiny
I'll
mountain.
tap 2 to play a Desperate Ritual to add 3 floating red. And with that 3 floating red, I'll play a Bergi, God of Storytelling. And then I will pass the turn after that, as per the rules of Magic.
Every time I see Bergie, I think
draw a
I'm one
card.
turn away from losing the game.
The feeling's mutual. I will play this Forest, and then I will pass the turn.
Alrighty. I don't think I'm going to do much this turn, which is going to make me really sad if Bergie doesn't give me another turn around the board. But pass turn.
I will untap. I will draw for turn. I will play a Snow-Covered Swamp. I will pay 3. And I will play an extra planar lens, exiling a Snow-Covered Swamp.
Spicy.
And then I will pass.
Right. Untap, upkeep, draw. Ooh, that's a bit spicy. I'll go ahead and play a mountain, tap 3, and I'll play an Imperial Recruiter.
Uh-oh.
That will give me 1 floating red off of Bergie. Is there any responses?
2 or less, reveal it in your hand, then
Nah.
shuffle. Not for me.
Alright. So yeah, I'm just getting a Runaway Steamkin.
Ah, yes. Just getting a Runaway Steamkin.
Yeah, it's just a Runaway Steamkin.
He's just getting ready to run away with it.
It only does, what now?
So whenever you cast a red spell, if Runaway Steamkin has fewer than 3+1/+1 counters on it, put a +1/+1 counter on Runaway Steamkin, and then I can remove 3+1/+1 counters from him and add 3 floating red to my mana pool.
Really
Yes.
good with Bergie.
Pretty good with Bergie. I will then go to combat. I might as well start taking some pot shots, Chris.
Huh.
Oh yeah. No, it doesn't empty. It steps and phases until end of turn. And Chris, I'll attack you for 3.
How dare you?
Mein God. Mein Gott.
And from there, I will pass the turn. My
Very
red
well.
mana goes away.
I will draw for turn. play an island. I will tap 2 mana to play 3 visits. I'm going to search my library for forest card, put that card onto the battlefield, and shuffle my library. I have no further plays after that, so you may go, Jeff.
Alright, I guess I'm just gonna play this mountain and pass the turn.
I will untap. I will draw a turn.
I'm gonna respond by cracking the red lands at escape.
God.
But you can keep going. I'm not gonna make you
My God.
Forest.
Well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to spend all my mana to play Phyrexian Arena. My swamp taps are double. And then I will have to pass the turn after that.
Alright. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. That's a card. Play land for turn. I gotta think what's more important here. Just getting some fun damage in or being smart. I think I'll just get some fun damage in. Tap 4 for Fanatic of Mogus. When it enters the battlefield, it deals damage to each opponent equal to my devotion to red, which is
on 3.
only 3 right now.
1, 2, 3.
And then we'll enter combat. Jeff, it's your turn to get swung at by Bergie. I also have a floating red. Then we'll just go to instep. My mana goes away.
I feel like he's playing Secret Commander Bergie.
It sure seems like it at
It
this
feels
point.
like every red deck that has Bergie in it does that exact thing. I will draw for turn. It's unfortunate. I will play an island. I will play an Augur of Autumn. I will look at the top card of my library. Spicy. And that will do it for my turn.
I don't see anyone handling this mono red business over here, and
What mono red business?
Well,
and it's not me, so I can't complain too much, right?
unfortunately, I probably shouldn't have discarded that.
I'm playing Nisa, who shakes the world,
Ah, yes.
and I'm gonna make a land blocker, as some people do. It's gonna be a mountain, because why
You
not?
need a loyalty counter?
Nah, I can handle my loyalty.
Huh.
I'm up to 6, and I will pass the turn.
I will untap. Upkeep, no triggers. I will draw for turn. Sorry. Actually, upkeep. I lost a life and drew a card. See, I already
But you
forgot.
said no upkeep triggers.
Yeah, well,
Sounds like you missed it to me.
I sure forgot about the fact that I have to do that.
You know what would be really good? A coin on top of your deck to remind you of triggers.
That is true. Here.
Churches doesn't like drawing cards. He thinks
It doesn't sound like it.
It's not an important part of Magic.
Well,
It's the most important part of Magic. He just doesn't know it yet.
so what we'll do is we will play a Wayfarer's Bauble. I will
Mitch would be proud.
tap 2, sacrifice that.
Wow.
And I will go find a basic land card and put it on the battlefield tapped and shuffle, and then I will pass the turn.
No feeding docksides here.
Alright.
Guys, I thought friendship was the most
Untap.
important part of Magic.
Nothing
No.
on upkeep. We'll draw.
I guess I was wrong.
I
You
did
are.
not get the card that
Once
I
we start
wanted,
this game, all friendships end.
Unfortunately.
This is serious business.
Indeed.
So I think what I do, I don't like that Augur of Autumn.
I don't like you not liking Augur of Autumn
But I
because
also-
you have a Bergie.
I also don't like Nissa.
Hey, you do.
I'll play a Runaway Steamkin.
Gross.
That'll give me a floating red off of Bergie. And then I'll
For negate
use
this, your land's indestructible, right?
that floating
Yeah,
red
yeah.
to play a Ryle.
We all know that's never.
It deals 1 damage to target creature I control, and it gains trample until end of turn. I will direct that 1 damage to... Oh, so first, actually, the Runaway Steamkin gets a counter because I cast a red spell. Then we'll get our Bergie mana back, and then this whole shabam resolves. I'll deal the 1 damage to Bergie, and then I'll draw a card. Still not what I want.
Sorry, it's going so bad for you.
It's going very bad for me.
Apparently, the real important thing to Magic is the enemies we make along the way.
attempt to cast a Chaos Warp
Targeting.
targeting the extraplanar lens.
Ooh, fair enough. I don't have a response to that.
Alright, so it shuffles into your deck.
There's a marker for me.
Flip over.
It's
yeah,
permanent.
It's
It comes
in
into
the
play.
Grave Robber.
That's probably the worst thing that I could have imagined.
For the rest of us who can't read upside down, can you tell us what that card does?
So, for 2 mana, I can pay and remove target card in an opponent's graveyard from the game. If no cards are in that graveyard, I get to flip him. And if he flips, he becomes Night Eyes the Desecrator, which for 5 mana, you can put target creature card in a graveyard into play under your control.
Spicy. I like it.
Spicy, spicy.
Everyone has a graveyard so far, so that is not that scary yet.
That's a Kamigawa card, right?
It is indeed a Kamigawa card. Their
Maybe
first,
it's gonna be
their first attempt at printing 2 cards on a single thing.
So, unfortunately, I don't think I have any great attacks here, so I'm
God.
just going to go to combat, skip through combat, and then go to the end of my turn.
Absolutely. At the end of your turn, I would like to do something.
Okay.
I will pay 1 green mana and cast Worldly Tutor.
Ooh.
I'm going to search my library for a creature card, reveal that card, shuffle it, and put that card on top. I'm going to find Spring Bloom Druid, which is the weirdest Worldly Tutor probably ever. But
Well, you
going
know,
to find it.
sometimes you need a Spring Druid.
I haven't ramped enough.
You do what you gotta do.
Sometimes you just have to ramp and add creatures to your.
Do what you gotta do, say what you gotta
Would you like to cut this for me, please?
I would definitely cut it
play
for you.
dance how they want to dance, kick you in the pants, Adam's family. Now I was
All right.
chillin'.
We
Isn't
will
there some
untap now.
copyright infringement?
I'm unfamiliar with the song that you are quoting.
I will draw Spring Bloom Druid.
The Adam's family.
Spring Bloom Druid for turn.
I'm old.
We will cast said Spring Bloom Druid.
Oh my God.
We will sacrifice an Island. That's. I assume he enters the battlefield. I'm going to sacrifice this Island. Look at 2 basic lands, put them on the battlefield tapped. Shuffle my library. I will look at the top card of my library.
No, because you want to play the things that
It's
force people
unfortunate.
to search, so you get their stuff.
And we're back.
And
we are back.
Yes, that's it. Go.
Hey, Nisa is still here. That's
I
surprising.
mean, you have a 3/3.
Yeah,
I know,
can't get through
because
at
land.
any point. So,
I'm just gonna keep this forest train going, guys. So we're gonna, of course, play Kodama of the East Tree.
Gross.
excuse me.
Oh, I already have made an error. I wasn't supposed to play land yet. So off Kodama of the East Tree. I guess I'll just make up for my mistake rather than be super cool. I'm gonna. This would normally be a good instant, but I'm going to Rolling Regrowth. I'm going to sacrifice a forest to go get 2 more forests. Alright, so the 2 forests come into play, which lets these 2 mountains come into play.
How does that happen?
Through a Kodama of the East Tree trigger.
Oh.
2 of them, in fact.
Could you explain Kodama of the East Tree?
Whenever a permanent comes to play under my control, I can do a permanent of equal or lesser mana value onto the battlefield from my hand.
Oh.
So then I'm just gonna move up to 7 counters on Nisa. Nisa who shakes the world. Untap that, it becomes a 3/3 critter. Still land. Then I'm going to tap for 4. Play Abundance, and off my Kodama of the East Tree trigger, play Garruk's Uprising. I'm just gonna stick these enchantments down over here. So
Dump your hand on the field.
because I have a creature at power 4 or greater, I'm gonna go draw a card, and I think I'm good past the turn.
Alright, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do too much on this turn if I don't draw a land, so
I don't think that was bad
I
for
will untap.
misplaying.
That's pretty alright.
I will lose a life, draw a card, and then I will draw for turn. And we got there. So, if nobody has any objections, I believe it is time for a board wipe.
I have objections.
Tap 4, and I will play Damnation.
killed my land.
Any responses?
I didn't know you were playing land destruction.
Do you respond?
I have no response.
I have no response.
I'm playing Gruul. That's not my deal.
Alright, Damnation resolves.
We'll deal with that soon, hopefully. After that, I will pass a turn.
Alrighty. Untap. Nothing on my upkeep, and we'll draw. That's pretty unfortunate. So I'm just going to tap for, try and set up a bit. I'll play an Outpost Siege. When it enters the battlefield, choose Khans or Dragons. I will choose Khans, and at the beginning of my upkeep, I'll exile the top card of my library. Until end of turn, I may play that card. Then I'll pass the turn after that.
Okay. I will untap my lands. I will draw as per the rules. I will play a new card to the table. I'll play Zendikar's Royal.
Yeah, one of those in my deck.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I actually don't know what that does.
Okay, so Zendikar's Royal is a 5-mana enchantment. It says landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under my control, I create a 2/2 elemental creature token.
Ah, yes. Okay.
And I will miss my land drop and be super duper sad about it. And pass the turn.
Alright, I'm gonna untap. I'm gonna use Abundance. I can, instead of drawing a card, I can choose land or not land and then just start revealing some cards. So I'm gonna get some information, but I'm gonna choose not land because I just don't wanna. And I'm gonna get a thing that gets me a lot of land. There we go.
Oh, boy.
That'll do her.
I thought you picked non-land.
I did. If there are two more, okay. So what I got was Animus Awakening, and I revealed the top X cards of my library. Put all land cards from amongst them on the battlefield, and the rest on the bottom of my library. If there's two or more instances of sorceries in my graveyard, I untap all those lands.
I have made a grave mistake.
I'm gonna then.
This is close to ulting.
I'm just gonna tap 8, and I'm gonna bring back Kodama the East Tree, because everyone loves Kodama the East Tree.
We sure do.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna then tap. Oh, off Kodama the East Tree coming into play, I have a Garruk's Uprising trigger, and I'm going to draw a card. That changes everything. So then I'm going to tap for 2. I'm going to untap this, give it, do I have to give it the +1/+1 counters? Put through, yep, I got it on up to 1, yeah. So I gotta give this land those counters for your next board wipe, man. I know you're playing land, I know you're not intentionally playing land destruction, but it feels that way.
It worked out that way. In
So
this one instance.
then I'm gonna tap the same land for another 2, and let's go with a total of 5, and let's just play Freyleys.
One Planeswalker wasn't hard enough to deal with.
So I'm gonna uptick Freyleys by 2, taking her to 5, and I didn't even remember that I made elves in this deck. So I'm gonna. Wait, do I uptick her or downtick her? I think I said uptick her. So this is an elf. 1, 1. And now all my elves tap for green. And I think that's about it, guys. I'm gonna pass the turn.
Well, there's now an arch enemy at the table.
That is correct.
Who is it?
Me.
I will lose a life and draw my card, and then draw a card for turn.
I don't think Joe knows that that's not as far from the truth as you might think.
No one has any creatures out.
I do.
Jeff does.
Well, Jeff does, but we're not counting him right now.
Are we now?
So I have 4 mana available, so I will play Piper of the Swarm and a Changeling Outcast.
Weird looking
And
rat, but it's a rat.
I will pass.
Alright. Untap on my upkeep. I do have a trigger this time for once. I'll exile a Panharmonicon. Then we'll draw for turn.
Everything that's come out of this guy's deck has been just like scary.
It's a Mason deck.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Mason is the arch enemy. You guys just don't know it.
I'm going to have to play a Faithless Looting here. Draw 2 and then discard 2.
I'm the distraction.
I didn't know this was two-headed giant.
We'll discard a Red Elemental Blast and an Inheb Dreadhorde Champion. That needs to come out of this deck.
You fool! You made a critical error. There is a blue player at the table.
I know.
This blue player plays a lot of campy countered cards, though.
Then I'll play a Cursed Mirror.
Ooh, that's
Counter?
fun.
And I can have it come in as a copy of any creature, right?
I don't know. Can you?
Any creature on
Any
the battlefield
creature
until
on
end of
the-
turn. It has haste.
So I think I want.
1 elf?
More than likely Kodama.
Oh, there's no Kodama. Oh, there is a
There is
Kodama.
a
I think
Kodama.
I want a
I'm thinking
Kodama.
Koma.
Yeah, I think I'll have the Cursed Mirror come in as a Kodama of the East Tree.
I feel like it slaps a
And it
Nissa.
does have a haste.
Yes, I feel like it slaps on Nissa here.
And then we will go to combat. And we'll swing 6 at Nissa.
Oh my god, Elf. You've made a noble sacrifice, but you're now dead.
This is worrisome.
After that, I have nothing else, so I'll just pass the turn.
Our saving grace is that he probably won't ult it this turn because he probably wants to keep her around to keep making indestructible 3/3s.
Fair.
They're not in shot.
At the end of your turn, sir,
Not
I
yet,
would like to do
but-
something.
Okay.
I will tap my last mana. I will cast Crop Rotation. I will sacrifice this Lonely Forest.
So I don't even know what crop rotation does. I've never seen
Okay,
it
so Crop Rotation is 1 green for an instant. It says, as an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a land. I can search my library for a land card, put that card onto the battlefield, and then shuffle my library.
Oh.
I will grab a Prismatic Vista.
Exile.
That will trigger Zendikar's Royal. And I will make a 2/2 elemental creature. But what I'm going to do is still on your end step is sacrifice it, pay a life, and go get a land, which makes another Zendikar's Royal trigger. So I will just go get another forest. I will
My
untap.
Aura Planar Lens. It did nothing. Double my mana.
I will draw for turn.
I just thought it was fun to see Armageddon the Black version.
I only wish that more of his lands had been creatures at the time.
Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to start by going to combat. We are going to swing 2 Team-to-Inch Elementals at Nissa.
You guys really have a problem with the idea of me ulting Nissa?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a little scary.
Yeah, I don't know what it does.
I'll tell you what. If you guys have that big of a problem with it, I'll take it, man. I'm not even going to block with Kodama the Easter.
Alright, cool.
As long as it makes you guys feel better about my board state.
And then, going to second main phase, I will cast Thunderfoot Bailoff. And then I will pass the turn.
What's Thunder for Bailoff do?
Gives all my creatures and itself +2/+2. And trap.
Excellent.
Makes him willy scaly.
I totally forgot to announce that, but whatever.
Abundance.
It is a May.
It is a May, and I failed. So now we're gonna do smart things as opposed to dumb things. And you can sacrifice creatures to draw cards, right?
No.
What's that do over there? The
What?
enchantment.
I just take
Draws
eggs
me
him
a
a
card.
life and draws him a card on his upkeep.
Phyrexian Arena.
I think I'm going to uptick Fraley's because maybe I'm not doing smart things. Maybe that was a lie. I'm then going to play Toggo.
The Rockman has arrived.
He rocks.
rocks on
Get
rocks
rock.
on rocks.
I'm then going to, off of Toggo, drop an Ultra Dementia because I'm secretly playing Gruul Mill.
I've been waiting my whole life for this moment.
Then
Oh boy.
I'm going to.
There are very few cards currently that can get us out of this situation.
I'm gonna one. What's the situation, guys?
Situation is you winning yet another.
Two. I'm gonna map the wastes. This guy's my smallest boy, so he's gonna get a 1/1 counter, and I'm going to go put a land into play. Land makes rock. Rock drops nothing. Uptick Nisa, who shakes the world.
Yes.
This now has 3+1 counters. Then we're gonna have some fun, and I'm gonna tap 2, 4, 6. I'm just gonna tap 8. So I'm gonna Animus Awakening for 7. So I'm gonna reveal my top 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6, 7. I only put in 2 lands. They come into play tap, but then they are going to untap because I have 2 sorceries in my graveyard. Do the rest go on the bottom of the random? What do they do? My next trick
Is to move all your shit back in frame and out of this.
is to move things around. And let's just oh, so I got 2 more, so I'm up to 3 rocks. I'm just gonna equip 1 rock to Kodama. That seems weird. Don't even know what that is. So that has a rock with that land.
I thought you had a rock token.
I do. That's tracking my, and then I'm going to equip a rock onto Toggo. And then I'm just done, guys.
Yes, just done. That's all. I will untap. For upkeep, I will draw a card, lose life, and then draw my card for turn. As per the rules of Magic, as someone has stated before, I will play a snow-covered swamp for turn. And cry. Cry, cry, cry.
I was hoping to hit infinite off the Animus Awakening.
Well, I will pay 4, and I will play a Grave Pact. Whenever a creature I control is put into a graveyard from play, each other player sacrifices a creature.
Nice. Love it.
Pretty good.
I will then go to combat, and because he cannot block or be blocked, I will... What does that -6 do?
I get a draw card for every green creature I control. I only have 2.
I guess I will hit Nissa and keep her
How much?
down. Just 1.
Okay.
Just 1.
Like I said, as long as you guys want her to be down, I'll let her stay low.
I prefer her to be dead, but
Why?
unfortunately, no reason. Just a lot of value you're getting off of your
Did you not?
doubled mana.
Well, that's why I didn't want to kill her.
I know you don't want me to kill her, and unfortunately, I can't. So I will have to pass the turn to you and hope that you can do something about this.
Alright, well, don't get your hopes up too
Oh no, that's why I didn't block.
Untap.
Well, you
I-
can't be blocked.
Upkeep
I
trigger.
had no intention of killing
Proceed.
her.
Okay.
Alright, we're not getting there. Good. We'll draw.
You don't know that. Can you draw on something?
I could. So I guess now is where I kind of have to just kind of go for it and pray for the best. So I need everyone to count their tapped lands for me real quick.
I think I'm going to give you the game with all my tap lands, bud. 2, 4, 6. I have 10. I just have 10 tap lands.
Oh, only 10.
Are you about the mana geyser reiterate?
Sort of.
I have 6.
So 10, 6, 4, so that'd be 20. We'll cast a Mana Geyser.
Disgusting.
If it resolves, that means 20 floating red mana.
I have no responses.
Gruel.
Mono black.
Alright. Then we'll use 2 of that for an accelerate. I'll give the Changeling Outcast haste until end of turn, and I'll draw a card.
Fair.
Then we'll use another 4 to cast the Unexpected Windfall. It's an additional cost to cast a spell. I have to discard a card. I'll discard a Mana Form Hellkite. Then I'll draw 2 cards and create 2 treasures.
Hey, what's your storm count at?
Currently it is at 3. Well, I'm gonna finally hit a land drop, so that's good. This is rough. Well, I didn't get where I wanted to go, so I'll just play a Soul Ring.
Oh, you went for it.
I went for it. Nothing too spicy came out of it. And I might as well just use all this extra mana to cast my commander, Rionya Fire Dancer.
And being in combat on your turn, create 6 tokens of a copy of another target creature on this. Cast its turn and gain haste, exile. So how many will you create?
It would be 4, but I don't have any other creatures, so I'll go to combat, lose all my mana, and I'll pass the turn.
Yeah. Creatures you control.
Okay.
This is mighty unfortunate.
I will untap my creatures. I will untap my lands.
Recovering half your board.
Oh, I misplayed. I have a Faithless Living in my graveyard.
I will draw as per the rules.
I misplayed it.
This is unfortunate. I will tap 6 mana to play a snake. I will play Aesi, Tyrant of the Gyre Strait. With Aesi in the field, Thunderfoot Balos of Lieutenant ability triggers, and now all my creatures get +2/+2 in trample.
Sweet.
And then we will look menacingly at people for just a second, realizing that I'm not getting through all that.
Well, I think he only has 1, 2.
I have 3 blockers.
He has 3 blockers. I'm not getting
I have
through
two
that,
2/2s
and I
in
will
there.
lose my
Trample.
stuff.
Yeah.
I have full force, and I'm definitely not attacking with this. Because you can just double block and kill it. I will pass the turn.
All right. I'm
Can't
gonna
even make my land
I'm
drops.
gonna untap my mess real quick. I'm telling you, I think you guys think I'm the big guy because
Well, you
I have a
certainly
mace.
a lot of.
You're
I
away
got a
from
mess.
making infinite rocks, so I don't want to
I'm gonna say non-land. You want it? See your sundial. It's gonna go on the bottom. Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. That was my draw for turn.
Yes, it was.
All right. So I'm gonna. What's my path here, guys?
Swing into my 7/7s, because you're a nice guy.
Kill the Vinegar Royale?
I mean, I will kill one of your enchantments if you touch mine.
That seems fair.
1 for 1. Twice.
I don't
I-
know how my cards keep going sideways, but they need to stop.
I think my path goes like this. 2 to play Seer Sundial. I'm going to 1 sacrifice this to go get a horse. So when that comes into play, I'm going to tap 2 and draw a card from Seer Sundial before the Kodama trigger.
That's funny.
Cool. I then tap 3 for Crucible of Worlds.
Why would you tap 3 and not 2?
It was just
Double red.
it was just 1 and a red, 3 mana.
Okay.
I didn't tap any extra lands. So I'm gonna play Crucible of Worlds. No Kodama trigger.
Currently Hellbent.
I would also like to mention that you missed another abundance trigger.
No, he didn't.
No, I actually said non-land and got the Seer Sundial.
Oh,
He did not miss his trigger that time.
but didn't you draw off of Seer Sundial?
No, because he chose non-land off Abundance.
I'm gonna play.
Or you can also just ignore this thing if you want to. So maybe you did it on purpose.
I'm gonna play Naya Panorama.
They don't need to know that.
Naya Panorama. I'm going to
It's all part of his plan.
tap to draw cards from Seer Sundial. I've actually played 2 land this turn. So I'm up to
Alright, sit tight, boys.
3 rocks. I will sack Freyleys to draw 2 cards. Not get where I want to be. I'm going to play Nevinyr's Disc. Then I'm going to uptick Nisa to 5.
I'm assuming Raise that it hits all of his things too.
Untapping. Oh, sorry. Untapping this land, giving it 3 +1/+1 counters. I'm just gonna pass turn, guys.
Okay, I will untap.
It's not even that scary over there.
It's
No,
not.
not at
He's
all.
about to go infinite.
Minus
Just a minute.
1.
I'm hellbent.
Draw, and then drop return.
It's just messy over here.
There's one word for it. He's also, as soon as he untaps that Neth disc, he just kind of holds it over our heads if we try to go at him.
That is true.
That's fine.
I mean, it's not fine, but
Good card.
I'll stifle it somehow.
I will play a Snow-Covered Swamp for turn. And then I will pay 6. I will cast a Liliana Dreadhorde General. And
it's a game of Planeswalkers, apparently.
to start with, I will first... Oh, that's 6, sorry. Yeah, I wish I had some right now. For starters, I'm going to go to combat, attack Nissa with my Changeling Outcast.
Sure. She goes down by 1.
Second main, I will neg 4 Liliana. Everybody has to sacrifice 2 creatures, so I will sacrifice these 2. That will trigger my Grave Pact, so everyone else will be sacrificing 4.
I'm actually,
like that.
instead of sacrificing to your thing, I am going to... Who do I think plays the least out of Grave? I think it's going to be... so 1 Underworld Breach makes this bad. Chris, I'm just going to mill you for 10.
Neat. You milled Gaia's Blessing out of my deck.
Okay.
And it is milled from my deck to the graveyard. I shuffle my deck back into my... Or graveyard back into my library.
Okay.
mean, it's
Or is it mine?
the Liliana's. It was
Still-
a Liliana's player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was my turn, but I got nothing else after that, so I'll pass.
I totally forgot that my land was creatures. I might have been more hesitant.
And a Torprat.
Well, I'm glad you assisted me in clearing your board.
Hmm?
And
I'm
unfortunately,
glad I played two of the best cards out of my deck just for them to get great back.
Hey, but they're back in your deck.
no, don't worry, it's
I'm
going
gonna
away.
pass
One of them now costs 9.
the Crash Through.
Or 8.
Creatures I control gain trample until end of turn. And I'll just draw a card. Why not? That's a fun card. I might as well play it. Tap for 6. No, is there a different order?
Because
1,
this
2,
is
3.
probably going away as soon as he untaps that Neville's.
What? Great Pact?
Might be. I don't know. I mean, you're basically holding it over everyone.
Oh, I'm one short. It's all very
I mean,
unfortunate.
it'll kill all your stuff too. But
All right,
With a Soul Ring and another Mineral?
Yeah, I'm
Here's the
short.
funny thing. I was going to use it right away to kill Mason's board.
I am going to play a red dragon. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 4 damage to each opponent.
Ow.
2, 4.
So by life totals, I'm still winning.
Technically, that is true.
And from there, I'll just pass turn.
Okay.
Torprat is forever exiled.
I'm ashamed of you. I will untap. I will draw with Great Sadness.
Wait, why did I play that?
That's a good question.
There's no disc.
Nev's disc coming, yes, that's correct. Let's start artifact creatures and
Don't do that. You
enchantments.
can sack those treasures in response to the Neverwheel disc. With your empty hand.
Yay!
I will keep it simple because there is a Nev's disc out there, and I don't feel like dealing with it. I will pay 3. I will cast a Vivian, Champion of the Wilds. I may cast creatures as though they had flash.
But this doesn't hit that.
No, it does not. I wonder why I played it.
Rocks do.
Who could guess?
She is going to go to 2 because I imagine Planeswalkers are probably dying. And then I will look at the top 3 cards of my library and pick a creature card and exile it under it. That's relatively expensive. We're going to do this one because I can't draw lands. We'll exile it under there. And I will pass the turn.
Alright.
Because I can play creatures at flash speed.
I'm going to untap. I'm going to say non-land. Oh, maybe I'm going to untap this.
That'd be a good idea.
I don't know if you need to do that.
You don't have.
Hey, land. 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 Now land devastation.
It's pretty alright.
Okay.
I mean, he has enough mana to put it to 10, which is relatively scary. Why is that land on top of your altar?
I don't know. It's going somewhere.
It's going places.
It's going where lands go, not on top of artifacts.
It prefers to move around.
Well,
It's
I
not
mentioned
okay?
Something.
Your board state is.
It is. I'm going to move this over here. Over here. These are my rocks.
Have you considered playing less stuff?
No. I am actually just going to Nev's Disc now.
Very well.
I will respond by cracking my treasures. Floating 1 red and 1 white.
I have no response.
I will lose precisely as in the Crozer roll.
The Grave Path.
I'm not sad to see that go, I'm sorry.
That's fair.
Yeah, I was going to Nev's Disc right away anyway. I wasn't trying to hold anyone
You have
hostage.
a whole bunch of stuff about to die. Do you have anything to do before it booms?
I just lose. Oh, it's enchantments. too.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
everything.
And your artifacts.
Yes,
I should
direct.
play a land. Oh well. Misplay.
Now his board state looks a lot better in my opinion.
I
Sweet.
agree.
You guys feel more comfortable?
Yeah, just a little bit.
I
little bit.
preferred it the old way.
Okay.
Monster.
So I'm gonna go with.
Sick man.
I'm just gonna tap 10.
I might have a lot of editing to do.
For Kodama the East Street.
God damn. That's the 3rd time he's cast that card this game.
Is the third time we've cast this card this game.
And how much did he pay for it this time?
10.
10.
Oh my god.
I'm then going to
dump his hand onto the table.
Untap this? No way. I have a really not fantastic hand. So that would be only 3 mana, so I can't really do anything with that. She's up to 5. Does it have haste? Yes. So I'm gonna. I don't really like this. Oh, I'm gonna swing on Vivian for 3. And
Still winning.
and I'm going to pass the turn.
Well, I now no longer have any upkeep triggers for sure this time. So I'll untap, upkeep, and I will draw for turn.
No coins needed.
So I will play a Witch's Cottage for turn. I will put Piper the Swarm on top of my deck. I clearly control more than 3 swamps. Then I'll pay 2 for a Mind Stone. I'll pay 1, sacrifice the Mind Stone, draw a card. I will then play a Piper the Swarm, and play a Swarm of Rats, and pass.
Seems pretty good. Untap, upkeep, draw.
No, it's a body.
I'll play a mountain for turn, and I'll pass the turn.
At the end of your turn, I will cast Wardly Tutor. Again,
That feels familiar.
it does. And again,
Deja
And
vu.
we're
It's a
out.
glitch in the Matrix.
I have searched more than any player in this damn game. I will say that now.
Well, I could have been.
Spice reasons, we'll grab Tattoo.
I could have been flooding the board with rats.
That's why I thought
a
it was
lot-
weird you
a
weren't
lot
doing
early. Well, I could have been flooding the board with rats at all, actually. Currently,
Boy, you're about to gain some life. I don't like that.
You are incorrect. There are 2 cards in my hand, and none of them are lands.
Yet.
Getting this card just because it's
we
good.
don't know that information. It's scary. You could gain all the life in the world.
That is incorrect. That's incorrect information.
You could have some sort of infinite bounce land combo.
Perhaps.
Or some type of abundance cultivator colossus combo.
Shush.
I really
My
don't-
secrets.
I'll tap your deck.
Alright, cool. I will untap. This is getting.
So yeah, I
Draw
miss
this mystery
drawing
card.
every land out of my deck this game.
I will play a Tattoo. And tap.
This is why we're not playing CDH.
Go.
Don't worry.
My brain isn't there right
How
now.
much longer this game goes, to be honest.
This game went much longer than expected.
I'm going to land for turn. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Can I get there without tapping that? 2, 4, 6, 10, 11. I can't get there without tapping that. So I'm going to go. I'm going to tap 13.
I wonder what
There it is.
I'm going to Finale Devastation for. Well, no, not yet. I'm going to untap this, give it 3+1/+1 counters. And I'm going to Finale Devastation for 11. I'm going to go.
Wait, what?
Finale Devastation for 11. I get to go get any card out of my deck
Or
graveyard. or graveyard.
Don't you need to tap 13?
I did.
Okay.
Um,
Then you said you don't. Okay.
yeah, that's why. That's why it's there. I get to get any card out of my deck or graveyard. It comes into play with. It's gonna, and all my stuff is gonna get +11/+11, trample and haste until the end of the turn.
That's scary.
Uh,
And he has 2 creatures.
the
It's not doing anything currently. but
Card?
hurting somebody.
Does finale devastation
no, I'm actually
not get
killing
more
a
creatures?
player this turn.
Okay.
Um,
them.
I'm gonna get Omnoth, the Locust of Rage, and all of my guys get +11/+11 and trample. Right, trample and haste, or just haste.
Just haste.
Do I have anyone that
Thinking
gives
of
trample?
Crater Hoof Behemoth.
I could get Crater Hoof Behemoth.
That would probably be the correct choice if you want to kill somebody.
I want to keep trample on the field.
I mean, it's going to boost them even further because when it hits the battlefield, it's going to give them a boost as well. So it's not even +11/+11, it'll be +13/+13.
I'm playing mono red.
I mean, I'm the landfall deck as well, and I've not done any kind of landfall triggers at all.
Yeah, there's nothing I want in my graveyard. Yeah, that's one. It's usually not my go-to, but I think it's going to be my go-to today. Vision's Triple Reach, that'd be a good one. Just making sure I don't have anything as all my creatures trample other than normal.
There's Enraged Foreigners, there's Crater Hoof Behemoth, they're the only ones that just come in and give trample. Pathbreaker. Oh, there's also Pathbreaker Ibex if you have that card.
You know what? I'm just going with my old friend Multani.
Yep. He has, what, 8 lands?
I have 9 land in play.
Oh, 1 off. So she's 9/9.
Counts all the land in my graveyard, and I have quite a bit in my
Oh,
graveyard.
that's fair. I forgot about that part.
They're having a lot
I probably
of
should have grabbed the Multani with my Worldly Tutor now that I think about it. That would have been pretty good.
What?
Yeah, there was a lot of Armageddons this game.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in grave, 9 on field. So Multani is a 16,
Some half gets.
16, 16, and
Before the
all
boost.
and all my guys are getting +11, +11.
So she's 27.
Um,
27.
and
Jesus.
trample.
Yeah, about that.
Well, Mason's wide open.
Everyone's wide open.
Any one person's getting hit by this is dead. Period. Whoever gets hit is dead. That's all there is to it.
But I do. Well, you don't have anything on field, Mace. What's this do?
It's if I ever play lands again, I will gain a life and draw a card.
And so 17, 17, so 28, 20. 17, so it's a 28, 28 right now. Because I have 9, 16, you're right, 27, 27.
I said this earlier as well.
And I'm going to go. That has trample. This one doesn't. So. I want to kill someone.
There's the
Then
3
pick
options.
a person.
I can't kill you.
Land as Vigilance.
I'm going to go after you, Chris.
Tis fine.
Tis dead.
Alright. And then I'm going to just pass the turn.
I will untap and cry because I doubt I'm going to top deck something that can help me out of this situation. We'll see. That's not going to do it. I have a total of 7 mana.
Is Nisa dead?
Nope.
Oh, some man in power.
Yeah.
That's the same thing for me.
What's that? 3 power over there?
No, it's not even 3 power. He currently is a 0/1. That's not a rat.
The number of rat cards, so
Yeah.
1 power.
2. So, I guess I will play Marrow-Gnawer. And a rat colony. And after that, I will pass the turn.
Yeah, I really wish I had Ultra Dementia still.
Draw. I'm going to tap 3, and I'm going to flashback a Faithless Looting from my graveyard, and pray that I can draw something cool. So draw 2 cards. This is horrible. Discard 2 cards. Then I'll tap another 3, I'll play Valakut Awakening.
And do nothing?
So I actually will draw exactly one card off of this.
Sweet.
3 mana for 1 card.
Coolio. So, yeah, and I'll pass the turn.
Alright. Well, I'm going to draw for turn. 3, 4, 5 to play Toggo,
Hey.
because that needed to happen. Then I'm going to land for turn, get my rocks back. I'm going to 4, and I'm going to get 2 more land. I'm also just going to do it all at once. I'm going to cast Kodama's Reach. I'm going to put the land I get from Kodama's Reach on the table with a land trigger. Yeah. So I got 1, 2, 3 rock, 3, and this one's going to hand, and with Kodama trigger, just drop it. Cut.
I will cut.
So I put a total of 5 more land on the table. So I'm going to go 21 with Meltani. And I didn't plan on using any more rocks, guys. I just like to know they're there. I'm throwing everything at you, Joe.
How much total?
These ones are untapped, but so that's 21. That's the only one with trample. 27 plus another 6 is 30, 33.
21 plus 12? Yeah.
So this one has trample.
That one is trample.
So we will block here, here, and here.
Sweet. Are these bigger than 3 3s?
That is a 1, 2, 3. That is a 5, 1. And
Sweet.
this is a 3, 1.
We can trade.
So those will die. That trade. Piper the Swarm, unfortunately, will die, and I will take how much?
Just the 21 from Meltani.
Going down to 7.
Rough.
Well, the only card that can get me out of here now will kill me if I try to use it.
I will equip 2 rocks. I'm going to put a rock here. I'm going to put a rock here. So that's down to 3 active rocks. Pass it.
I will untap with much dread. I will draw for turn. Well,
It's so good.
we'll play it.
Dude, don't be a bitch.
I will play
Whoa!
Necropose.
Is that the card that was going to save you?
Sure would have helped a long time ago.
Just pass it over here. I'll use it.
So here's the thing. I'm going to go ahead and exile 6 cards off the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because maybe I can at least help clear the way for you to win. I will go to my end step. Let's see if I've got any instants.
Do you have to discard down to hand size?
I do have to discard down to hand size, unfortunately. And I will have to discard one card down to hand size. I will discard a Fabled Passage.
Alright. We'll
2,
untap.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll draw.
I drew a cool card. I don't think it'll necessarily win me the
That's correct.
game.
These are exiled.
But I'm gonna play it anyways. I'll play a Perforos out of the Forge. I unfortunately do not have a 1 or 2 drop in my hand. Nothing with flashback, I don't think, so I'll just pass the turn.
Alright. Alright, triggers. So, I will draw for turn. I will,
It's been nice knowing you.
I'll sacrifice this to go get a mountain.
I'm still winning, technically.
It comes into play. I'll Kodama trigger and put this forest into play. I get 2 more rocks, and Miltani's 23 at this point.
I just hope he swings everything at you.
That'd be hilarious. He only
I-
needs to swing 2, 3 threes at me and I'm dead. It doesn't matter.
I am going to. I'm gonna float these 2 lands. This 2 mana.
I finally got something that could have helped me at
not-
7 life.
Yeah, I float 2 mana. Cut.
I will do this for you.
Oh, she's actually got +3 this turn because +2. So 23. So you cut. I have the 2 mana floating. I'm gonna untap this.
I think you just kill us because if you tap.
I'm trying here. This is gonna be a 3 counters. I'm then going to use I'm going to use these 2 mana to put 2 rocks on this guy right here.
Rock times 2.
I should have done it with a mountain, but I didn't because I feel like a mountain should have more rocks. I just got 2 of them.
Well,
So
the rocks rolled down from the mountain into the forest.
so I'm just going to. So you're at 1. I attack you with everything. Mason.
What? What?
Well, I declare no blocks. How much
So that's
damage total?
23 plus 6 is 29,
Oh, I see. I died of rocks.
30, 33, 34, 35. And then I will.
It's 37.
Is it 37? Okay. I'm going to hit you with a rock.
I die.
And I'm gonna not hit you with a rock. Yeah. I didn't add the ones that came. Alright, so and then I'm going to just pass the turn.
What? Can you not?
Finish the job? No, I can't.
What do you mean? You have mana. You have rocks.
They cause me to tap when I use a rock.
Alright, well.
He has this turn to win the game.
Yeah.
And it's Mason, so I'm not counting him out.
Start off with a cutter snipe. Each of my opponents will take 2 damage from Perforos.
Okay?
And then I'll play a land for turn. And Jeff, I think you got it.
Yeah, on the stack I'm gonna kill. Well, there is no stack for mine, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think I got it. If you want to just I attack.
I mean, like, yeah. Well, maybe he doesn't see the line.
I mean, he did just did.
I'm just gonna attack.
Attacking is a strategy that works 99 times.
Maybe he
out of
doesn't see
9.
it.
Good game, guys.
Good game.
Good game. All right.
So I played that was rough. I'm not impressed with my gameplay, but my deck pulled it through. MVP to Multani.
I kept a hand I knew was bad, and it turned out exactly as predicted. Terrible.
So
That was my own fault.
I also like how Joe and I just kind of like inadvertently shut each other out of the game.
Indeed.
Did you? Was that was a go?
My hand was good on the condition that my extra planar lands could stick around to generate me more mana. And unfortunately, it did not, so I was then put behind for much of the game.
And my hand was good based off of the fact that I don't usually see mono black decks play Armageddon.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. How'd you
Yeah.
feel about all your mass land destruction, Joe?
Well, I didn't intend for it, but I feel pretty good about it. Your
Well,
forests needed to die.
I had a good time.
I didn't know that.
Thanks for watching. And if you had fun watching us, well, me in particular, bumble around this one, just hit like and subscribe, and maybe even share it with some friends.